So this was at a White House event, and he was talking about a reality of what used to happen in this country, the inexcusable, horrific, inhumane treatment of black people in this country, which I don't agree with the notion that we have to forget that part of our history. I think it's very important that we remember that part of our history and that we see it with clarity. But I want you to listen to what he says at the end.
You know, folks, lynching is pure terror, enforcing the lie that not everyone belongs in America and not everyone is created equal. Pure terror to systematically undermine hard-fought civil rights. Innocent men, women, children hung by a noose from trees, bodies burned, drowned, castrated. Their crimes: trying to vote, trying to go to school, trying to own a business, trying to preach the gospel, false accusations of murder, arson, robbery, lynched for simply being black, nothing more. With white crowds, white families gathered to celebrate the spectacle, taking pictures of the bodies and mailing them as postcards. Hard to believe, but that's what was done. And some people still want to do that.
Some people still want to do that. Who are some people? Do I believe that there are still racists in this country? Absolutely. Do I believe there might be a handful of straight up lunatic racists who are like, yeah, I wish we could hang someone from a tree and take pictures? Yeah, probably. But is it anywhere close to a faction of people that should be thrown out there as, oh, some people still want to do that, by the President of the United States? And the implications and the divisiveness and the danger of the President of the United States just saying, oh yeah, some people still want to do that.
White crowds, white families gathered to celebrate the spectacle, taking pictures of the bodies and mailing them as postcards. Hard to believe, but that's what was done. And some people still want to do that.
Frankly, it really is disgusting. You want to talk about racism that still exists. You want to talk about, for instance, the racism on Asian Americans, other instances of racism that you see. Fine. I'm not saying you have to ignore that stuff. But to manufacture, I mean, who is he talking about? Have there been examples of someone who wrote like a manifesto or a group or something that's like, yeah, we want to string up people still and take pictures of it and send postcards to our loved ones and have parties around hanging? It's completely manufactured. And, you know, the president, you know, there are, of course, sick people in society. Murderers, rapists, pedophiles. People are being murdered every single day at record levels in our country. People are doing disgusting, inhumane, horrible things to one another right now. There are cases of it on the news. Now, they don't involve race, usually. They don't involve hangings from trees, but they are egregious. They are acts where people are dying, again, at record numbers. Why can't the president talk a little bit more about that? No, because he has to make everything about race, this like artificial race war in this country. And just throw out some, again, as the president of the United States, we still have people who want to do that. Making it sound like we're still like back in the Jim Crow slave era days where white people absolutely despise black people, and it's in such significant numbers that the president of the United States has to talk about it. That's divisive. That's creating a divide that doesn't exist in any meaningful way in this country anymore. It's almost as if there are certain politicians who want us to hate each other on the basis of race, who are actively pushing for that. I mean, I think about the story we discussed the other day. We had Jason Ranson, the Olympia School District, dividing kids, creating a safe space for kids, except white kids, safe space for kids of color. Convincing those kids that you need to be like protected from white kids, that it wouldn't be a safe space if there were white kids there. It's like they want us to hate each other. It's like they want us to go back to a time where we hate each other. I'm so disappointed in Joe Biden because, you know, he ran on this, I'm going to bring people together, I'm going to be a president for everyone. And then you look at his Twitter account and it's just mega Republicans this, mega, just this total false flag, a straw man. And then he says something like this.
White crowds, white families gathered to celebrate the spectacle, taking pictures of the bodies and mailing them as postcards. Hard to believe, but that's what was done. And some people still want to do that.
Some people still want to do that. It's a very convenient throwaway line for the President of the United States to try to incite hatred in this country, and truly shame on him.